Hello everybody, this is a very quick introduction to show you how to set up a new course in Moodle. This is the test Moodle install that we've created. See, I've got some little links there which can link to various parts of the university. What you want to do is to click on the right hand corner of the screen on login. Your username is going to be VLE and then a number, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. And the password is learning. So once you've clicked on there, click on login, and there are a few test courses here, and I want to take you through creating a new course. So basically on the left hand side you're all administrators on this, so you've all got full privileges to do anything you want, and so you can do things like set up new accounts and define new permissions for users. And the category that we're interested in is called courses, and we want to add new courses. So if I click on add new courses, and basically I get a list of options there, course categories. We've got a miscellaneous category, and I want to add a new course. Okay, so I'm adding a new course to the miscellaneous category there. I'm going to give it a name of, let's think of a name, Introduction to Inquiry-Based Learning. And actually, if you put a number after your course, because we're going to get a number of people to set up effectively the same course, so if you're VLE1, use 1 and so on. And the short name for the course can be IBL1, for example. So if I just scroll down this page, and we fill in a few other boxes. There are a lot of fields to fill in here, and actually most of them we can leave untouched and ignore. But as you get more expert in Moodle, you can explore what some of the extra options do. But I'm just going to write a very quick introduction. This course is a test course for the VLE evaluation day. We have a number of options in terms of how we organise the course, so I can ask for it to do on a weekly format, so effectively it organises the screen on a bi-week basis, or I can organise it by topics, or I can organise it in a number of other sort of more technical ways. And we can choose how many weeks the course is going to run. Well, for this activity you're going to create a 3-week course, so I'm going to select 3 there. And you can just sort of see the other options that we can choose. Oh, I've just changed the number of weeks there, so I'm going to make sure that that's still 3. And as I scroll down the page, I can set up various ways of hiding this at certain times and allowing certain people in and so on. But I'm going to ignore all of that and just say Save Changes. What I now need to do is to assign a teacher to the course, and I'm going to make myself a teacher on the course. You can see I can assign teachers or students or any other sorts of roles. But here I'm going to choose myself, VLE3, and assign myself as a teacher on this particular course. And you can see I just click on the Add button and assign roles for the course, and you can see there's now one teacher, and it's me. So if I go back to the main course page, you can see what it looks like. So once we've done that, you can see what the screen looks like. We have a weekly outline, and the 3 weeks are listed there. Now, to actually put stuff into the course, I have to enable the editing of this page. So what I do is I click on the top right hand corner of the screen where it says Turn Editing On. And as soon as I do that, my screen changes and I have all these drop down boxes where I can add bits of content. And I'm just going to add into the very top box, which is a sort of introductory box to the whole course. I can see I can add activities, and I can add questionnaires and quizzes and chats and assignment submission, and I can add, in terms of resources, I can add labels and text pages and web pages and other documents. I'm going to create a label, and this label is going to be the sort of the introduction to the whole course, and it's going to say welcome to the short course on inquiry-based learning. I'm going to format that in the way that I want it to appear, so I'm going to choose one of the heading styles. Well, that might be a bit big. We'll see what it looks like. We hope you enjoy it, or something like that. And once I've done that, I can click on, I can scroll down to the bottom, and I can click on Save and Return to Course. And so you can see my label as it looks in the editing view, but if I actually want to see it as the students would see it, I need to turn the editing back off. So I click on Turn Editing Off, and I can see it as the students would see it. It looks a bit sort of, well, too big, and the letters are too close together, so I'm going to try and reformat. So I'm going to turn the editing back on, and to reformat it, I click on the little pencil icon next to the title, and I'm going to make it slightly smaller in font size. So instead of heading 1, I'm going to choose heading 2. And I'm also going to make it highlighted, or I'm going to make it centered. You can see I've got editing buttons very much like a word processor here, so it makes it quite easy to do this sort of thing. And I say Save and Return to Course, and that looks slightly better. Again, I can see, if I want to see what it looks like to the learners, I can turn the editing back off again, and that looks reasonably okay. So underneath this label, I've got my 3 weeks. So in this particular case, from the 26th of June to the 2nd of July, 3rd of July to the 9th of July, and so on. So if I turn the editing on again, I'm going to start adding some content to these 3 weeks. So what I want to do first of all is insert another label, which is basically just saying files for downloading this week. Okay, so that's another label I've added, and I can just save that and see what it looks like. Okay, so there we see. And then let's add some, let's add a file. So I click on Link to a File or Website. And as I click on there, you see I get the option of inputting a file name. So I'm going to say Introduction to Inquiry-Based Learning. And I can put a summary of the page if I wanted to, but I'm not going to in this particular case. And I click on Choose or Upload a File. Now, what it means by choose or upload is that some files are already uploaded to the system, but if I click on there, I haven't got any files uploaded to the system yet. I can make folders and choose the files, but I will need to get a file in there first of all. So I click on Upload a File, and I get a box to upload the file. And I click on Browse, and what Browse will do is it will open a window onto my computer's file system. And so I need to browse for my computer's file system for, let's say, a Word document that I want to upload into Moodle. This is always the most difficult bit because I can never find my way around my own file system. So, I mean, here's a conference paper, so I'm going to upload that. And then once it's got the file in the text box there, I can say, upload this file. And there it is. And you can see it's got a little Word icon next to it. And basically, if I want to, this is the file that I want, then I click on Choose. And having clicked on Choose, I can see that there's the file name there. I've actually given it a new name, but don't worry about that. And I basically can then say Save and Return to Course. And as soon as I do that, I should see that file listed underneath the label that I just created, and there it is. And if I clicked on there, it would download that particular file. So we can do this with any sort of file that we want. I can upload PowerPoint files or PDFs or Excel files, basically any sort of document file that I wanted to include. So just to do a quick recap of what we've done, we've logged into Moodle, we've created a course, we've assigned roles on the course, i.e. teachers and possibly students, we've added files to the course.